Hello, Antoinette here, and it's time for the October wrap-ups, my reflections. Well, I call it my reflections. I don't know that it's reflections, really, is it? This is just me showing you what happened in my journal, what failed in my journal, and the decks, because it's all about the decks and the spreads, isn't it? So I started a spread. Yes, I started a spread, kind of. So I started like a sort of challenge spread called the Wyse Wytch House, which is this picture that I have a playlist on my channel for. So if you look for the playlist, hashtag Bewitched seasonal spread. Sorry, Max is having a little moment in the corner here. And I've drawn this picture. You can download it, colour it in, stick it into your journal. All the areas around my house have names and then have become the prompts to the spread for which I have developed this one. And this is based on a double coloured spread. So if you print this in colour or save it to your phone, you should be able to see that you have purple and black. Purple is for the witchy prompts, or your spiritual path prompts, or your natural ways prompts, or your herbal remedy prompts, whatever you want to call it. And then black ones are the divination, tarot, oracle, playing cards, whatever you like to use to make those readings with, and journaling, or vice versa, however you want to do this. And I'd like you all, if you want to show us the decks that you're using, which prompts have taken your fancy that you're doing, and not necessarily tell us all about your practice, but inspire us into doing it. I am, at this point in time, 1st of November, so I have done prompt 6, and I've also shared a couple of kind of videos for cooking in the kitchen, for some of the, because yes, there is cookery in here as well, for some of the prompts to give you ideas, like easy ideas. So I was trying to share some recipes with you, basically, not necessarily giving away what I was doing for my practice, but sharing things that I make on a regular basis, and I thought would be easy stuff to copy or inspire others to do as well, and cozy treats for this season. It's a 13 prompt with an extra number 14 right at the bottom, for those that want to do that with their herbs and potions and things. And all I ask is that you use the hashtag Bewitched seasonal spread. You can use hashtag SOTW 2023 as well, but the seasonal spread is the main hashtag. That's just the secondary backup so I can find you. And that's Seasons of the Witch 2023. Is what I'm making that stand for me. And if you tag me at Antoinette Tarot, I should also be able to find you along on YouTube. But if you use the hashtag Bewitched Seasonal Spread on Instagram, again, I should be able to find you over there and appreciate what you're sharing. So that is something that I would love for people to come and join in with. And as I say, there is a playlist and there's a couple of people that have joined in, and that is on my channel. And you'll be able to see everyone that has posted so far. And again, on Instagram, you'll be able to follow the people who are posting over there, see what they're up to. And I just love seeing the decks, really, like the decks and the inspiration people are sharing when they're doing this. And you can make this as big or as small or as complicated or as simple as you want. So I've left that as an open invitation to see what people come up with, because I started overcomplicating, and I've been quite enjoying overcomplicating it, because it means that instead of it just being like a 13-day kind of prompt between the full moon and dark moon, I'm going to run this. I think I said it'll probably take me into the end of November. It might even take me into the middle of December, might take me up to the winter solstice. And sees hashtag seasonal spread, so that'll take me through autumn into winter. So I'm quite liking it. All right, that's enough banging on about that one for a second. I've got my journals. Before I do these journals, let's take a look at my digital journal, because every time I say we'll take a look, I forget. Every time. Here we go. I think we're done here. Right. September. So this is the digital journal that I'm using from Amethyst Ascensions, available on her Ko-fi page. I was trying this one out, and I just figured I'd use it for doing my actual Wyse Wytch House, hashtag Bewitched seasonal spread, to get me into doing this. This is what I'm doing. So I'm using my own spread to get me into digital journaling. And that's the only thing in here on this trial journal that she sent. So there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So we are on to October. And these images are free and downloadable with this journal. So there's a little plus button up here. And then you can go to Pixabay or Unsplash and you can download free images. So that's where all my images are from, unless it's a digital picture of a tarot card. Then it's something I've taken a picture of and uploaded. So yeah, all these images. So we're into October 2023. We just have a quick peek here. I don't know that I'm going to keep this up, to be honest, this bit. So the books I've been reading, or audio books I've got going, are the Bewitched book 2. It's a big old set of books. So I've got books 2 and 3 ready to go, and we're in probably about halfway into book 2. So I'm kind of quite enjoying it. It's a story that just goes along in the background every so often when I need it to go, you know, something to listen to. Microbiology for Dummies. I can't say that that's an easy listen either. That is a very dry listen, and it's going to have to be played numerous times, along with the Anatomy for Dummies, and there's another one as well. In that series, I've got it all in the same kind of thing, and I've also got virology, pathology, and a couple of others that I need to listen to. I haven't picked up the Forest of Souls. I've been meaning to. Every time I do, I've just been so busy. I haven't got time. I've put it back down again. The Death Journey, I had a flick through that since I last showed it, and I haven't really read again. I just flicked through, reminded myself of the chapters and put that one back down. And the Terra Volatile companion book that arrived, I've had a little look through that and spent some time just musing through the pages, not really reading them, just, you know, taking a look, and I've done a flick through on it as well here. So just spent a bit more time with that. On the box, I have been watching, so this is probably why I'm so busy, I've watched an awful lot of crap. So the Continental new series, which was based on Matrix, still watching that. Neighbours, the new series, 2023. We've got the Wheel of Time series 2. I'm not sure if I've watched all of it now, if it's finished or if there's more to come in that series. But I do enjoy that series. And to be fair, the Bewitched books, I'm not sure if they're linked. Genuinely not sure if they're linked. But the things I talk about in the Bewitched link a lot to the myth and mythos and the magical world that happens in the Wheel of Time. What did I watch? After Us, which is the 5th part to a film series about Tessa. I think it's Hayden. Can't remember his name, but I just had to watch it because it was the last one to the 5-part films. They're probably like 3-star films. You know, they're not particularly good, but you just had to know how did their story end. Okay, so I watched it that way. I've watched You Came Along, The Healer. Quite enjoyed The Healer. That one was quite funny. The Other Zoe, Nanny Diaries, Major Movie Star. The Good Guy was I quite enjoyed that one. Upload, that's a series. I've gone back to watching that. I stopped watching it. I can't remember when one of the series ended. Probably series 2. I might be on series 3 now. I really have no idea. Picture This. You know, Pass the Time on a Rainy Day. Malevolence 2 Bereavement. It started out promising, and then should have really turned it off, but I watched it anyway. John Wick 4. I think I had too higher hopes for that. So, I did try watching The Matrix, the new Matrix, and I've turned it off twice now. I cannot get into the new Matrix film. I just don't get it. But then I was never a massive fan of The Matrix herself. Does that make sense? Am I right? The new Continental. Oh my God, it's not. Oh, duh. Excuse me. The new Continental is not based on The Matrix. The new Continental is based on John Wick. Dearie me. How long have I been saying that one incorrectly? Yeah, brilliant. Horns. The Burial. That was quite a good one based on I think it's based on a true story in America. It was quite interesting. Hot Topic, should we say? And then on YouTube, I mean, I've watched more than this on YouTube. So we've got The Mad Witch, Tuttle Pembury. She does great little shorts. She's done a few lately, actually, more than she has done for a while. Amethyst Ascensions. Her story times are amazing. She's got one out for Halloween that came out a couple of days ago. I really would like to do that one. I just need to squash this into my diary. Fern and Oak art. We've got Corrigan Crone art books. We've got Astral Lady Tarot. She has some interesting VRs this month that I've enjoyed. Lisa Papper's various things from her channel. The Green Eyed Monster had some good stuff. I enjoyed some stuff from Tarot Magpie. Kelly Bear, I did the VR 54321 tarot playlist and watched a lot of others putting that out as well. Because for those who aren't aware, Kelly Bear's taking a little bit of a hiatus at the moment just to recharge her batteries, so I'm sure she'll be back very soon. Simon at Hermit's Cave, we've got Mystic Rose, Amy, Marlena Trades, as you know, I follow her Decan walks anyway, so that on her kind of monthly wrap-ups and some of her other videos when I've got time to fit everything in. Ginger Faye's investigations of Poe. That was really interesting. They did an investigation of obviously the writer Poe. I didn't get to join that live because of the timings, but it was a good one to kind of watch back and see how they got on while they're doing their like tarot investigation on that person. We've got Gypsy Rose at Paper Magic, Abundant Life Tarot, the lovely Kim, Dragorshi at Orshi at what was Dragorshi, now Galaxy Dreamer. Carrie's Mystical Musings, been really enjoying hers. She's got a great one on, because as some of you may remember, I started doing the Ancestral Grimoire and kind of fell behind back in April, May time. And I will pick up again as we cycle around next year. And in there you create a tarot deck to go with your questions, and she's created one, so it's a really interesting one to see what she's created. It's a beautiful deck. She did say it's for her personal use, but she gives ideas and tips on how to embellish the one that I've got. So really simple ideas, but ones that I just had a blank tarot deck and wrote on. So I love what she's done. So it's something, again, way down my list of things that I would love to do. What else have we got in here? So Robin at Toastal Tarot, he's been doing a couple of VRs, and there's one there that I need to do back to him as well, which will probably come out in November. We've got Agrith Hager. I love some of the stuff he puts out. Agrippa's Diary is another good one. Emily's Witchcraft and Tarot. She's put out a couple of really good spreads and musings lately as well that have been really cool. The Mythology and Fiction Explained channel. Love that one. Neve Bally. That's another great art channel that I enjoy. Tarot Geek and Cozy Core Crafts. Two more that are snuck in at the bottom of my list, and then I will promise you there's this again, but I just haven't listed them all. Can't remember who they all are, just ones I've watched random videos of and not been able to find back again since YouTube has updated itself and changed. And of course, as you know, we have the Bewitched seasonal spread with the hashtag Samhain Seasons of the Witch 2023 running next to it, which is mine. And I appeared live on Ginger Faye's Tarot Musings, where we did the entire spread in one go. So that was really cool to do with somebody, you know, and people in chat as well, if they wanted to, could join in with their cards. Lennon Smith has joined in, so she has drawn her own spooky house with the prompts that I gave. That was really, really cool to see. Marlena Teresa has been doing it as well, so she's been doing it and posting on Instagram. Mad Witch is also joining in, and again, we're taking it slow. So we're all taking it slow. We're doing a couple prompts and then, you know, working our way into them and moving on. We've got Galaxy Dreamer did the whole thing in one sitting, which was really nice to see. She talked about it. That was really nice. I think that's meant to be Aline Eugene, not Elite. My spell check is driving me bonkers. Aline Eugene, she's done a lovely prompt. She's done prompts 1, 2, 3 of the spread. So watch that today, and she's on my playlist. So everyone that does this on YouTube goes onto my playlist, so you can find them in there as well. Raven Stone has done some gorgeous videos. She's just done a quiet kind of meditative one that I watched this morning actually while I was clearing my own mind and space, and it was really lovely to sit down and do it with her as it transpired, because she was doing exactly the same thing and just filming it. So it was really cool to do this morning with my cup of tea on my day off while I was relaxing. And Amethyst Ascensions again, that was really cool to see Rochelle change it up and do her thing with it. When I do this, I do show my pages usually. I do show like kind of how I'm writing onto here. The pictures of my spreads go in, and then I'm ready to go again. I think this one maybe prompt 6, I didn't show the whole thing going on. So my page was there ready to go, but I didn't show what I did. So I've put my cards on, the item that I was going to charm or thinking of charming to use, and then I've also put my write-up here. And this is the benefit of doing it on screen, actually, is because it's recorded. I get to come back and listen to what I've said, and put it in my diary, and then just a few pages that have been set up ready to go. Again, as I said, free images I've downloaded from the plus sign on here from Noteshelf, because I'm using Samsung, and they're on that. So that's that one. Then I have the digital Decan Journey Companion from Amethyst Ascensions Fofi page as well. And this is Marlena Teresa's Decan walk that I've been following and doing alongside her. You might recognise her spreads if you've been doing it. And yes, totally fell behind again, caught myself up and then fell so far behind. So I haven't downloaded Decan 2 or 3 for Libra, and we're now into Scorpio, so I need to get my Scorpio spreads in here. We're probably into Scorpio 2 now, no my luck, so I'm probably like 5 behind again. So there's definitely a theme going on here. I can only do one thing, so it's either do my Bewitched seasonal spread prompts or attempt to keep up with the digital, the Decanic walk, one or the other. Can't do all. So there's those. Oh, sorry for going on for too long. So my moon diary for my daily prompts still going on. 2024, guys, is available now. She's had them arrive in the shop and she started shipping out. So if you haven't got onto her order list and you want one of these, you need to get in there. And I think it's, I think I've said before, I believe it's fairies. I'm waiting on mine to arrive before I can talk more about it. So if you want to order it from the States, you need to go in via Etsy to the Flickering Cauldron Moon Diary 2024, and then you'll be able to get it from there. She's also got the wall calendar, which is always gorgeous. So for October 2023, I miss loads. I think I said this is like a theme here, isn't it? Like these last July, June was good, actually. No, June was good. It's just that these were all July pages. July was good. August, I just stopped doing weekends, fell a little bit off the radar here. September, all out the window. October, oops. What can I say? It happens, right? Life. And we came into the month of Libra. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I know that those of you who follow Real Sky would say we're not in the month of Libra. I hear you, but my diary says different, and this is how I'm following it, so this is how I'm choosing to do it. So not that I'm specifically saying the sky feels very Libran at this point in time. I'm just saying, like, you know, here we are. It says the month of Libra. I'm following through with this one. This is the astrology to the signs as I know it and as I assign the signs for the dates of the year. I really do not know enough about the Real Sky. And yeah, I'm just totally lazy and can't be bothered right now. But it's something ticking away in the background. I will slowly pick up over, and I don't know how it's going to work for me. I don't know how. I don't know how, because I have worked with astrology signs for a long time as they sit. Well, since I was 5. So, 40 years of working with them like that is really hard to reprogram your brain and your behavior. So we should just see, I've got years to sort it out. So, but I'm enjoying working with it as it sits. We had the October new moon. So of course that, according to the Western astrology, is in Libra. And, it's about getting that balance right. They had this lovely recipe in here for Marie Laveau water. So it's really, like I say, this thing is packed with some gorgeous ideas. And then we had the blood moon on the 28th. So our correspondence is here. And it gave us, I love this, making tea for your familiar. So if you have a cat, making it a catnip water. So using moon water, boiling it up so it's clear, and, putting some catnip in it to make basically a tea, and then cooling it down and giving it to a cat to drink. Oh, that was a really nice thing to do. Now, I don't know what that does to the cat, if that's okay, safe or not. I'm going to assume it is because it's in here. They're usually pretty good at checking things out, and the owners of this diary also have cats or familiars, and have been practicing for years and years and years. So we've got the Halloween pages telling us about Halloween. Our ancient ancestors believed that the lunar year consisted of two halves, first the dark and cold half, followed by the light and the warm half. I have to say that's pretty much how I see my seasons as well. I feel like this will take me through to, this season will come through to probably middle of March, and then I'll snap into like warm to hot weather all the way through to, you know, middle of September. So I don't really see the seasons in between. I know they're there, but I don't really see them. I do see just the two halves of the year, to be fair. And there's a lovely pumpkin soup recipe there. I think exciting here. So I'm still waiting on my pre-orders for the Joker Tarot, the Marseille. That one's arrived. Terra, Volatile has all arrived. Mood of the Moon Oracle from Libra Moon, that's on my wish list, is now live on Kickstarter. So I prepaid for my order. Mine's up and running. So Mood of the Moon Oracle to go with the 3 moons. Learn the tarot with the Serpent and Peacock, the edition. And this is going to be something special to go with. I really don't know a lot about this deck, I'm going to be very honest. It looks very complex, very complicated, and looks like it follows a live sky alignment as well. So that's going to be quite cool to be working with. Box and backs of cards. Hang on a minute. Don't know why Alexa's talking to me. The Cosmic Seed Tarot first edition. Oh, ignore that. That's just on my wish list. First edition because of the backs and the box over the second edition. Yeah. We're into November. Okay. Let's bring you down a little bit further. This is really as unexciting as it gets as well. I'm so sorry because you've already spotted not everything was quite where it needed to be this year. September. Where am I? Okay, why can't I find October? Oh, there we go. October. My word for the month is influence, and my cards for the month are the King of Fire. Learn to become confident in your own abilities without being closed off. Master the new path. God, I love that message. 10, rock bottom. What a great card to have with King of Fire. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. Time to embrace a new strategy. So that kind of with the new path, new strategy, they do go together. And then positivity. Surround yourself with positivity at all times to help bring in imaginative problem solving. And with that, I got the word influence. So I think that's quite cool. I don't think I did any moon spreads. Genuinely don't think I didn't even do last night's spread. So there we are. I was too busy scaring kids knocking on the door. Daily Tarot. I've swapped between, so I've swapped in and out of the decks that you're going to see today. So we've got Madame Lydia, Little Skeletons, Halloween, and Diary of Skeleton. Little Skeletons. I think that's the same thing as Diary of Skeleton. I can't think of any other skeleton decks that I should have pulled. Not quite sure why I've done it that way around, but anyway. Mabon Oracle, Sawain Oracle, and actually Vintage Wisdom Oracle, which I haven't put down. Weekly Tarot. Again, I started out with Macabre Tarot and then swapped them all in and out of each other. So Macabre became a daily pull. The Halloween Tarot became a weekly pull. So everything swapped and changed. It didn't stay as I planned it here. And then the unplanned decks, everything and anything goes because of the Bewitched seasonal spread that I was doing. So anything I pulled to do the prompts here, basically, as part of that working item. Oh, look at that. There we are. Libra 2 and 3 here's as far as I got. Those beautiful spreads waiting to be completed. Then we have my week ahead for October, and my cards, I went with the 4 cards situation over here. Well, it's 5 in total. So I've gone with current situation, the opportunities available to me, the challenges ahead, and the advice of the tarot. I think that's supposed to be. Yep. The tarot advice with what the oracle says, which up here we've got the toad. And for influence, what is influencing your thought pattern this week is my kind of suggestions. And here I've done the Macabre Tarot and the Macabre Oracle. And I didn't reflect, but what I did is pop in a room, so I know what that one's for. We have the Ivy spread from Longmans Tarot on YouTube. This series must be coming to a close soon, actually. He's been going for a while. So I don't know what he's going to do after this. He'll probably sort of breathe a sigh of relief, actually. So I have this one. I haven't done the second one that came out towards the end of October yet. That one's waiting to be done. And this one was obviously the Ivy, hence my pictures. 6-card spread in this kind of shape. And what I've put here, how many majors? You need to trust yourself more. So this was a very major heavy spread. So these are his questions. I've answered my cards here, and then this is my wrap up for what I've been thinking about what's going on. So that one's really interesting. And again, we've got here that first sentence: learn to manage things wisely, know when to preserve things of value, and what is of value in a non-monetary sense. That's like kind of interesting, going back to my cards for the month leading me into October. Here we have my page ready to go for Scorpio. Then we have the week ahead for the 9th to the 13th of October. Really simple. You can just see, I think, from the pages, my life got a bit crazy and I don't know what went wrong. So this is the Macabre Tarot. I've written it down the side, kept with my kind of 4-card situation. Quite enjoying that with my card up there. And the toad came out again. So first week I've put look for a path of least resistance. If you need to make a decision, do you have all the information needed to do so? Don't force outcomes, allow them to happen. And then this week, from my kind of spread and my card, take a more laid back approach, wait patiently for the circumstances to be just right. More information may be needed. For now, accept what is and what will be revealed. So a bit more laid back with the toad. But it's kind of interesting. So 2 weeks in a row, we have a toad, well shuffled deck, of course. And here for my influence, I've just put insight versus influence. I think that might have actually been influenced by him coming out again. And for my reflections, was just a general, what is the overall lesson of this past week? And of course, that's supposed to be a crow. And these are meant to be inspired by the fawns in the Maleficent story, or Cinderella. Cinderella? Yeah, I think Cinderella. Theme carries on. Second week, I haven't even put the dates on this one. Look at that. Brilliant. 13th, 14th, 15th. So this is the 16th. And we've got Seasons of Witch Samhain edition, because I think I had the Macabre Oracle prior to that. We've moved to Samhain. We've got the Macabre Tarot again. And kept up with my 4 cards. Influence, nothing to write about that. My reflections. What was the overall lesson of the week? 2 cards popped out, so I've written about those here. And my card up there, All Hallows Eve. All about emotions. Then, this will be last week, the 23rd to the 27th of October. Kept with it, my 4 cards, just a black and white spread, simple. Doodles, the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, Seasons of the Witch, and Madame Lydia to do this one. The Underworld, I think this one. Is it this one? What did I do? Oh, I did a double whammy. So I did Vintage Wisdom Oracle with a Madame Lydia for each card, and then I did a Seasons of the Witch in the middle. I did actually post that one in Dawn Michelle's group because I was quite shocked with the Vintage Wisdom Oracle and the pairing. I really liked it. I say shocked, I liked it. I wasn't shocked, I liked the pairing. And then my weekly reflections, I just went for obstacles and advice, pre-planned in there. And this one, still out waiting. So Monday the 30th to Friday the 3rd, so this is this week. So that's why I haven't done this yet. This is this week, yesterday. So hence this. We're in Hallows Tide. The energy, the opportunity, the challenges, the balance. My overall, again, Hallows Eve came out, emotions. So there's something weird going on. So we've had Hallows Eve and the Toad come out. You know, all the cards in the decks, those cards are repeating themselves to me. Considering I'm pulling so infrequently from those decks, that's just, to me, you know, it's saying something. And then influence. Not all influencers are true or sincere. Even influencers that we follow have their ulterior motives. So that's kind of like a warning when we're allowing ourselves to be influenced by other people, or we're being swept up in other people's energies because we think they're so wonderful. Sometimes it's not all as it seems, okay? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones and all that kind of business. Pot, kettle, black, whatever you want to use as your reminder for just be aware, you know, when you're taking stuff in or being taken in. Macabre Tarot and the Seasons of the Witch. And I promise you there's nothing else in there. Look, I haven't even done November the 1st. So let's look at the decks. Should we look at that first? Let's go backwards. Let's go backwards. So I've had this on my desk just because it's gorgeous, but I didn't read it. I haven't dipped into it. It's the grimoire that goes with the Madame Lydia book, which I've had for a couple of years. But the information inside is gorgeous. And it just felt really witchy, and I was like, yeah, I need that on my desk just to make me feel inspired. I can't say that it inspired me, but it was just nice to have there. So we have this one. We have this one. Which I've trimmed, if you can see that. So I've taken off the border. This doesn't show you, but it was on here. There's kind of a border running round, and that was like a dark brown, a weird dark brown colour. There, running around the card. So there was a large amount of dark brown border off each card, and I just thought, what a waste of space. So I took it off. I much prefer it not there. It does come with a guidebook, and the guidebook is useful actually just to get you into the words, but the keywords are pretty good. But I found sometimes that this just helped, you know, when you were looking and you just felt a bit like, what does that mean? And it just helps. It helped to get you thinking again about what you're looking at. What did I say went with that one? Totally done this the wrong way around again. Seasons of the Witch. Halloween. Okay. How did this spread look? Let me bring you out a little bit. I know I need room for this. Oof. Okay. Okay. So these went first. So we have the energy card. We had the opportunity in position 2. We had the challenges in position 3. And then we had the outcomes in position 4. Then we have, let's just see what's, love it, Guardian Angel with the Fool. So there we go. Energy, opportunity, challenges, outcome. And then my overall advice. Silence. Can you hear the rain? Storm, can't remember, is amidst us again. I think we're on to C. I don't know. I want to say Kieran, but I honestly can't keep up. I'm not doing very well lately. I think the world is conspiring against me. So let's have a look here. What have we got? So as the energy, we've got the Guardian Angel with the Fool. So that's really nice. So you're kind of like being watched over whilst you're setting out on the unknown. Not, you know, just that element of where fools fear to tread. But you've got your Guardian Angels on you. They've got your back. So there's a newness, a new energy about perhaps some new horizons, some new projects, something, because this is my work spread, so that's why I'm going that way. So it's going to be work based for me. This isn't like a general, this will be a work based what's going on. For the opportunities that's going to come to me in my week at work, so I've got faith, have faith with the 5 of coins, because you're going to need to ask for help. So have faith that the help that you need is going to be around you, and don't despair. Make sure you reach out and get it, rather than exactly that word I just used, really, rather than despairing about it. And you have more than what you need when you see like the faith card for me. Like you actually do own more than you think you own to overcome this problem that you're foreseeing in work. This is probably me getting stuck trying to do a process, probably the computer, because material things. The challenges that I'm going to come to. So that sounded like a challenge, didn't it? But it's actually an opportunity, the opportunity to learn to move forward and over and past and through an obstacle. That is actually an opportunity. But my challenge over here is the 9 of Cups, like wishing my day away, having choices, or wishing I have choices, but you probably don't. You have to follow what's been put down in front of you. You have to follow the situation that's there. And these are challenges. Trying to wish your way out of something, or wish that this would go away, ignoring it isn't going to work. So that's a challenge within itself. The choice is to embrace it, move forwards, move through it, move with it, or to ignore it. And then we have the intention. So outcomes will be intention and 6 of Cups. So kind of like, there is a reminiscence there. We do have 2 people kind of working together. So perhaps that could be offering to help somebody that go back and complete something that they haven't done, or offering to go back, step back. So if it's a project that's been unfinished and needs a bit of tidying up, or someone's stuck with the process, perhaps this is where this is going to be. So telling them how you did it when you got stuck with that particular issue or process. And the intention being pure, so your intention needs to be right for what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just going to create a whole bunch of mess. With the overall advice being silence, there is a sweet embrace in the nothingness. Stillness brings a presence of self and embodiment. So yeah, rather than moaning and bitching about what's going on in work, it's sometimes better to bite your tongue and keep quiet, because let me tell you, I recently had something, recently in the last couple of months in work, whereby someone was moaning about their own job, and they were being really derogatory about anyone else that's in that position. And I didn't really appreciate how they were talking about other people in that position. So I just pointed out to them that, perhaps now you have a little bit more understanding about other people in your job role, because they were new to this particular job role. In fact, they had stepped down along a significant way. They had fallen from grace, a significant fall, and were really, basically they were kicking their own backside. But I hadn't seen that at that point, because I was so busy and under my own job, snowball tasks. So I just pointed out that now they have some, you know, empathy on other people who are in that position and people who have gone before them in that position, and they can understand now when they were having difficulties, why they were having difficulties. And they told me that I was wrong and didn't know what I was talking about. So I tried again with them, and I shouldn't have. I should have stopped. So I tried again with them, and I suggested that their previous position, they would have had somebody in their now position working for them. And I suggested that now maybe they have some empathy for the person that used to have to do that role for them. Well, if I thought my first comment went down like a lead balloon, my second comment went down even harder. And they stomped out, told me I was out of order. I wasn't on the level, and some other nonsense, because they could only see through their own red mist, and off they went. I offered them to, you know, come back and talk about how they're feeling, but they literally red misted, didn't want to know, and off they went. Somebody caught wind of what happened, and you know, like you do in the office, to ease the tension, somebody has a bit of banter and you joke about it. So we joked about it. I didn't say anything. And this was where it got very interesting. I didn't say anything. When I say we joked about it, other people around me joked about it. Other people made comments. I only yes or no'd, and I never dropped in with my own thoughts, feelings, or interactions that had happened. I kept what we had said, because on offering to talk about it, they're like, forget about it. I don't want to do it. No, we're done. As in, this conversation is done. I respected that person and kept it at that, rather than, you know, making a mountain out of a molehill elsewhere. That was done for me by other people. Other people then thought that it was funny to put words into my mouth without me knowing. So they then said that I had said, do you know what I mean? And so we went around with Chinese whispers. Oh my good Lord. The stuff that people said, I had, you know, referred to, honest to God, the arms and legs and the three-headed beast that grew out of this story. I still remain quite quiet about it. In fact, this is probably the most vocal I've been about it here on this channel. All I did was, somebody did come to me because they thought that, you know, maybe I was having some stressful moments, and they were doing a little like check-in with me. Is everything okay? Lovely, thank you very much. And then they repeated a comment, and they used it as in, oh yeah, I'm just checking in with you about, you said X to, you know, person. And I thought they were joking. I thought this was like just off the back of that banter, and I didn't take it seriously. And then at the end of the conversation, it suddenly dawned on me, I really ought to question this comment that's being used about me. And I said, is that what you think I said? And it was like, well, yeah, because that's how it's been told to me. And I was like, those words never left my lips. They never left my lips. Those are not my words. That is not my comment. And actually, I think I'm more concerned that you wouldn't have come and spoke to me about that comment if you thought I had used it, because I think that's completely inappropriate comment for anyone to be using about anyone's job description. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. There's my little rant and rock and roll. So yeah, silence, best place for it. Sorry, people. And breathe. You've got to let it out somewhere, haven't you? So I do apologise about that. Although, you know, we all have these moments. These cards are brilliant. Anyway, if I didn't have a silence card, I wouldn't have done that. So it's funny. Maybe it's meant to come out. I'm supposed to say something. What else do we have? So we have the Macabre Tarot with the Seasons of the Witch. Which I've just put. No, I haven't. So again, because we're reading in fours this month, it looked a lot like this. Just to give you an idea, so energy, 4 of daggers, opportunity, 4 of cups, challenges, 5 of daggers, outcomes, here we've got 7 of cups, and then we have the spider for the overall energy, which is what a wild web we weave, dear child, a delicious mystery untamed. Absolutely. So just to give you, isn't it great? I love this deck. So we have the owl. Behold, sight, O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest places, if one dares to open their eyes, with our hermit, 6 of daggers, 2 of crystals, and the massacre of daggers. just to see how they go. This way around, let's bring you down because this is more interesting than the 4-card spread. As I said, I didn't do any other like big spreads, so this literally is what you've got today. Haunting of crystals with nature spirits and the divine. Oh, I love that. Death with our pumpkin. Uncaging the spirit within the fertile power you hold to taste your buttery velvet upon tongue is a gift I shall cherish each day that comes. That almost sounded a bit rude, didn't it? My word. Don't say that one after too many drinks. Look at that tower. Oh my god, that's so amazing. I love that. I forget that's in there because you don't see half these cards when you're playing with the cards by yourself. Let me rephrase what's coming out of my mouth here. The journey. Daughters of our mother walkers, the unknown take with you on this journey all that you hone with our tower Ace of Cups. And we'll just spread them out a bit so we have the Magician with the Devil. So, yeah. That's my Macabre Tarot with the Seasons of the Witch. I think that was those two, wasn't it? Let me just put you on hold a second while I check. So we swapped out the Seasons of the Witch for the Mabon Seasons of the Witch. That made no sense either, I'm well aware. I do apologise. So we had this one for a bit. Two of daggers, molasses, 6 crystals. 4 of daggers with campfire. Do not fear opening your mouth and allowing your tongue to speak. Oh, how appropriate with ethereal. That is the Empress, by the way. I couldn't see the numbers, just wanted to check. Terra of bones with falling leaves and nightmare of crystals. Let go of the things that weigh heavily on you. You deserve to take up space. Isn't that great? Spooky card. The Devil with Ghost Whisperer and 3 of Cups. That's a whole ghosty scenario going on right there. 10 of Crystals, Fire Cider and Nightmare of Daggers. And there's a great Fire Cider recipe in here for that. 8 of Cups, Queen of the Dead, 2 of Cups. Fear not the rage of fire living within, for it is the power of your fierceness waiting to taste you fully. Darkness falls. So we'll stop there with those. I think that's the end of my Monsters and Macabre. So I know that I also popped Lydia with these. Ten of Swords, Peppers, and the Emperor. Be fierce about the ways in which you protect yourself. Allies await. That's quite interesting coming in after the Ten of Swords. And then the Emperor there. Again, another set of great messages. So we have Page of Wands with the Coven. I am you and you are me. When we come together, we are all we seek. And the 9 of Coins. 4 of Wands with Elderberries. There is a knowing within bone. Allow it to guide you. I have no idea what that means. I'd actually need to read the book. With the star, which is guiding us, but I can't quite feel it in my bones. We have the Strength card with the Harvest Moon. Slow your heart and move gently into the coming of self with our 4 of Cups. Teacups, self. I mean, yeah, that's in there for me. And then 7 of Swords with the Crow. Pay close attention to the winds. There's a message making its way. And the 6 of Coins. I love that being an air witch because it feels like the air being my element brings messages sometimes. So for my dailies, I also swapped in and out with my Mabon Witches Oracles Diary of Skeleton. This one came in and out as well. So I'll do these... perhaps if I do these this way. So I'd pull one of these and one of these, or one of these and one of these, or I had another deck as well, which I'd interswap in and out of these. So apples, 5 of cups, or the crow. So whichever way around you'd like to see the message, it would either be that or it'd be that. I wouldn't have the two together. The witch with the star, or star with the whiskey. Who doesn't like a little a wee dram of whiskey? Judgment with journey, or judgment with shape-shifting. Really intriguing message either way around that we're going with that. Following your path, judgment that comes, karma from what you weave, or shape-shifting, how you choose to shape-shift, move through, will create your own karma or your judgment. So we have candle magic with 5 of swords. Speak your breath into its velvet, recite along its spine all that you desire, all that which will unravel. So unraveling is the word that comes out with me with the 5 of swords. Or we have straw bale. It's time you step out of your comfort zone, take up some space and reach new heights. I think we're stepping out of the comfort zone, so this is encouraging you to carry on. And this one feels a little bit more like warning you on how you step out and how you carry on. Owl, mead and wine with our 7 of Pentacles. Waiting for that to happen. Behold, sight of ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes. So that's my little diary of skeleton deck. And the other one that I've been using whilst I've been doing all of this needs no introduction from anyone. It's firm fave. Halloween Tarot. Oops, can't get them out. Again, went beautifully with either deck. So I'll do the same thing for these for you. Hermit with spider, or hermit with corn maze. Although your path is unclear, it's there waiting for you. Isn't that, do you see what I mean? Like, these 2 decks are my favourite out of the entire series. And I think these are all I need to go through what I call my dark half of the year. This is all I need to go through from, beginning of September through to end of March. Then I'm happy with the Beltane Oracle. So, and then, my others. But I think I could quite easily do that with these. Silence with the 9 of Ghosts. 9 of Ghosts with apple of my eye. Not all that's alluring may be what it seems beyond the illusion. Ace of Imps with divination. Take a breath. Take it twice. Insightful reflections are guided by light. Followed by the apothecary cabinet. And I have said before, these 2 read together are an amazing pair regardless of everything else. These 2 bounce off each other beautifully as well. You could mix them in as one big deck, but I actually think that they do read together really succinctly, and that's another thing I like about these decks as well when I'm talking about them. Okay, those are my decks, everybody. A couple new things came in. Have I got time to do that? See if we can get it within a couple of minutes. A couple of new decks in. Wisdom of the Elders. I've had a quick look through this. I've had a shuffle. I've pulled a couple of cards. I need to go through it and do a few things for me. So I've taken a couple of cards out that I need to just spend some time with these, work out what I need to do to them. Because I know full well that people are going to get a bit about some of the wording on here. So where we've got the word totem. So I'm going to take out the words totem. So I've got my spirit animal, my power animals. And smudging, I'm going to change that to the word smoke, because the word that goes with it, clearing energy, smoke clearing energy, to me is something I do. So I'm just going to change that up. Wigwam. I haven't decided what to do with that, but the word movement means a lot. It's on water. But wigwam, I just need to look at the word wigwam because I'm not sure about that. Sacred sage, sacred medicine. Well, it is. So I just haven't decided what I want. Pipe ceremony for prayer. I might just draw a few more bits onto that. And yeah, so there's a few cards that I want to just spend time with here. The deck itself is gorgeous. The keywords are lovely. The backs are absolutely stunning. do really like the deck generally. This would go beautifully with the Gentle Tarot or any of those kind of decks, visually, aesthetically, and just with what the messages are. I mean, look at that. Plant Nation Herbal Medicine. Have a brew. If ever there was a girl that's going to have a brew, I'm right here. So that one's come in. I saw it on Lisa Papez's channel. That was basically who inspired me to buy it. But there's a few things I just want to look at it now that I've had a closer look. 'Cause I didn't do a really close look at it. I just liked what I was seeing and kind of bought it a bit blind. And then we have the Terra Volatile, as I'm calling it, and the book, as I've said, and the expansion packs came in. So this one is a gorgeous deck. Very selfish, doesn't like me using other decks. It's in my recent #beloved monsters decks that I did a VR to, Fairlight Tarot. This is my unmovable deck, like the Grim Reaper of decks, because it doesn't expand. I'm not the only one, actually. It turns out somebody in comments did say that they have the same thing with this deck. It just really doesn't want to expand on its messages. It's a bit like, nope, that's your card, get on with it. So that's it from me. I need to let you all get off and enjoy your cups of tea. I need to go and stoke the fire, make sure everyone's happy in the front room. Dogs haven't destroyed everything. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.